In the opening sequence, we meet astronaut Molly Woods back on Earth after a grueling 13-month solo mission aboard the space station Seraphim. Her extended time in space has left her struggling to readjust to Earth's gravity. Her young son Ethan looks on anxiously, but her husband John reassures him that Molly will be fine. The scene shifts to a festive house party that John has organized to celebrate Molly's return. Surrounded by friends and family, Molly is offered a drink by a friend but declines, citing her doctor's advice to abstain until her test results are clear. Later, as Molly takes out the trash, she notices a shadowy figure nearby. When she looks back, the figure has vanished. Meanwhile, John is putting Ethan to bed when the boy asks for a flip. John opens a small compartment in Ethan's back, replacing what appears to be a battery. It's revealed that Ethan is an advanced android created by John. Does Molly know about this? The next day, Molly visits the International Space Exploration Agency, ISEA, for a health checkup with her friend Sam. After reviewing the tests, Sam delivers startling news. Molly is pregnant. Molly is baffled, questioning if the baby could be another android and how this is possible given her recent solo mission and known infertility. Sam asks if Molly was truly alone on the station. A flashback reveals Molly's time in space. She's conducting a plant experiment when she receives a video message from her family, but the connection drops suddenly. She asks her AI assistant Ben about it, and he attributes the issue to solar flares. When Molly tries to fix the problem, the power, including Ben, goes out. She checks the power cables and spots her deceased ex-boyfriend, Marcus, outside the porthole, writing, "Help me," on the glass. Returning to the present, Molly asks Sam to keep her pregnancy confidential while she investigates. Later, she's questioned by her superior, Alan Sparks, who is skeptical about her claim that she accidentally deleted several hours of footage from the Seraphim's database. Meanwhile, John presents his project, the Humanix, to the Yasumoto Corporation, showcasing Ethan as a prototype. John hopes for approval and funding to advance his work. A board member's question about an emergency termination plan for malfunctioning androids offends John, who likens Ethan to a real child. The board, unimpressed, denies the funding. Alan then visits Hideki Yasumoto, the chairman of Yasumoto Corporation and Molly's employer. Alan expresses doubt about Molly's explanation, prompting Hideki to also decides to fund John's project personally, despite the board's decision. Later, Molly and Ethan are at the park, when Molly receives a balloon with a note. She tries to investigate but is met with resistance from Ethan, who storms off into the woods. Molly finds him standing over a dead pigeon. She discusses Ethan's strange behavior with John, who dismisses it as normal developmental issues. As Molly reflects on her space mission, the flashback continues with her letting Marcus into the station, despite the zero gravity. His touch renders her unconscious, and when she checks the CCTV footage later, Marcus is missing, though her movements are recorded. Frightened, she deletes the footage. In the present, Molly encounters Harmon Krieger, a fellow astronaut who supposedly died. Harmon hints that he knows what happened during her mission, but leaves when John calls Molly inside. The following morning, Molly is preparing breakfast when Marcus appears in the kitchen, causing her to collapse with abdominal pain. Ethan finds her unconscious and notices unusual movements in her abdomen. Molly takes Ethan to a museum where she meets Sam. Sam reveals that Alan is pressuring her for Molly's health report and shares her suspicion that Harmon faked his death. Sam also suggests Molly might have similar brain abnormalities, but Molly dismisses it and requests an ultrasound to confirm her pregnancy. Sam agrees to arrange it discreetly. Meanwhile, Ethan engages with an information robot about human evolution, displaying curiosity about extinction. Unknown to them, Harmon observes from above. As Molly continues to investigate, she discovers a strange symbol in Harmon's trailer, similar to one seen earlier. The evening brings a birthday party for Molly, where she's surprised to see Marcus's brother Tim. During the party, Sam takes a blood sample from Molly for testing. When the power goes out at the party, John finds a bird trapped in a box. Ethan admits to capturing it, leading John to reprimand him and forbid further secretive behavior. Ethan then claims Molly has her own secrets. John confronts Molly, who reveals the ISE heir's unauthorized experimentation, resulting in her pregnancy. Shocked, John pledges to support her in uncovering the truth. The party ends with Molly realizing she was hallucinating Tim's presence. She decides to quarantine herself and calls Alan. As she prepares to leave with Alan, Sam discovers a chemical leak at her lab, where she suspects the ISEA is hiding something. Sam texts Molly to escape, leading Molly to run from Alan's car and meet John, who had been following her out of concern. In the final moments, Alan and an ISEA team break into Molly's home, only to find it abandoned.